Hello beautiful creatures, welcome to my channel. I am Aradia, the Witch of Dark Light, and I hope you all are doing well. Welcome to all you new beautiful souls here to my channel. I appreciate you being here with me on this YouTube journey so much. And if this is your first time dropping in, please do consider subscribing. If you like all things magical, I dive into the occult world, spirituality, candle magic. So hit that bell to be notified and subscribe. So this video, I want to talk about raising your vibration and some of the ways that I do that, because in this day and age, it is so important to understand how that works and how that can help you navigate through these times. So if you want to hear about that, grab a seat and let's talk about it. So I'm going to share with you 6 ways that I found to be very helpful for me to raise my vibration, raise my frequency, to be able to tap into my highest form of myself, tap into the ethos, the universe, the source. And the reason why I want to share this, because when you are awakened or on the path of awakening, it can be kind of hard to balance the day side and the night side, the mundane and the spirituality, or the just a balanced everyday life. Because when you are awakened, it's kind of hard not to see things that aren't in alignment with the greatest good, or the greatest purpose, or the highest frequency, I should say. So for me, I know that can be a difficult thing, because you have to deal with mundane task and the reality of things, the left side brain things, the logic. So I am more of a right side brain person, so I have to remember to have a balance of both, either way that you look at that. So one of the first ways is aroma. So for me, aroma means incense. So having the right incense for me helps me raise my vibration, and I've spoken about this throughout many of my videos, and one of those incenses is frankincense, and there's a couple others. So what I did was I created my own personal incense blend that helps me raise my vibration, and that's frankincense, copal, and myrrh. Those 3 together smells phenomenal. So the minute, like, my mind is already set to when it smells that aroma, it knows that I am ready to go into this state of awareness, this state of raising my frequencies. So for me, that's how I tap into, that's how I connect with incense. So aroma can be simply spraying a perfume, a mist, a candle, a scented candle. So whatever that looks like for you, maybe tapping into raising your frequency can be one of those things, because our brain associates smells and aromas with situations a lot of the times. So if you light a candle that smells like apple pie, for example, a lot of us have a good feeling about smelling apple pie, or even a good memory about baking that apple pie in the kitchen with your grandmother or something like that. So these are the type of things that you can use aroma for to help you raise your vibration. I know for me, it works wonders, because even when in the beginning that you don't have a specific aroma or smell, when you start to use one that you like, and you use it every time you are going to meditate or doing spiritual work, this begins to become the aroma that is associated, your brain associates with raising your vibration. Number 2 is a part of the last one I'm going to share with you, but I thought it needed its own introduction. So that's binaural beats. And what you'll find a lot of these on YouTube, binaural beats connect with specific frequencies created to connect with different parts of your mind. So our organs, our body, everything about us, we have certain frequencies. So when you use binaural beats, they tap into specific frequencies to help raise its vibration. Because what happens when you're using binaural beats, most of the time, you're maybe in a low state, or a lower state of awareness, or a lower vibration, or you had a bad day, simply put. And when you use binaural beats, they connect to that part of you that's in its lower state and helps raise that vibration. So there's different types. So do some research and find out what binaural beats may work with you. But I know that playing binaural beats sometimes before you go to bed helps raise your vibration and frequencies and repair some of those things that have damaged your vibration. Maybe if you were in or at a place that was filled with that bad energy that you didn't connect with or you didn't vibe with. So if you had to deal with that all day, maybe at work, or you're around a coworker a little too long that day, and their energy is not the greatest, so coming home and connecting to binaural beats can help repair what has been affected. So that's the second way I think is very good to raise your vibration. The next, number 3, is something that I think we all, no matter what you do to raise your vibration, I think going into nature is so important with grounding, with awakening your senses, because when you go out into nature, you're tapping into the elements, the air, the earth. All of these things is a part of who we are, our DNA, our physical body. So going into nature helps you is a healing thing, because again, if you've been through a whole week of dealing with mundane crap, going into nature helps ground you and helps bring you back to your true essence, helps you repair and heal the things that have affected you during the week. So when you breathe that air and you hear the wind blowing, and you walk on the ground, these things help raise your vibration. And what I mean by that is when you go out to nature and then you have, the nature has affected you, when you come back, you're in a better state or a better mood to be able to do whatever it is that you need to do, or before doing a ritual, before doing spell work, before journaling, before meditating. Having gone into nature helps aid in the awareness of all of those things. So I think that is something that is very important to helping raise our vibrations and keeping us uplifted and out of our sometimes lower frequencies that we dwell in. So that was number 3. Number 4 is mantras. This is so important because we constantly hear ourselves demeaning ourselves, because we can be our worst critic, right? So telling ourselves these mantras that are specific to raising our vibration every morning or 3 times a day. You stand in the mirror and you say, I am worthy, I am beautiful, different things like that. Create a mantra. It can even be a sentence. So when you do this, you are reprogramming your brain, because it's so easy for us to hear those thoughts that come from places of trauma. And we hear all of these thoughts every day that, oh my God, I made a mistake. I messed up again. Oh, I'm never going to be able to get this. Using those words like that is damaging to your frequencies and your vibration, and keep you in the lower parts of your frequencies, your vibration. And therefore, it's hard to be in a state of awareness and connect to source when you are in that state. So having a mantra that you say each day, and it could change. You could change it every day, you could change it weekly, or you could simply have the same mantra for a month or so until you feel your brain has been reprogrammed and you believe this thing. Because you want to have a mantra that you feel is when you're saying it, you don't want to stop these mantras until you feel like you really believe this thing. Because a lot of times when we create mantras or say a mantra, most of the time we're saying this because we don't believe it in ourselves. So when we constantly are saying these things, repeating these mantras day in and day out, we begin to believe it. Our brain begins to believe it. So continue to do those mantras until you feel confident and you believe it, right? Number 5 is creativity. And I think this is there's 2 things on this list that are very important for me, and it's these last 2. 5 is creativity. When you create, you're creating, the act of creating helps raise your vibration. Because you're tapping into source. You're tapping into that thing that helps bring life to a situation. So ways that I like to create is art, or making videos and doing them in the cinematic form that I do sometimes. And creating can be so many things. You don't have to be this fancy artists. It simply could be you going in the kitchen and baking. It could be you putting together your botanicals for your apothecary. It could be crafts, arts and crafts. Anything that produces a result that you created can help raise your vibration. You could write poems. You could there's so many things that you could do that taps into that right side of your brain, because we're always in our left side of the brain every day, because we have to be. We have to deal with taking care of bills and the mundane. So we're always tapping into our left side of the brain. It's our right side of the brain that sometimes goes neglected. So when you're out of balance, it's kind of hard for your frequencies and vibrations to be raised. So tapping into your creative side helps you in that state of awareness to raise your frequencies. It helps you be in balance. So I think that is very important when you want to work on raising your vibrations. And it's very important too in this day and time, as I mentioned in the beginning, it's very important that you have this balance, because this is when we begin to feel heavy and weighted down with things that don't make us feel good. So having a hobby and creating things helps us tap into who we are, because sometimes most of us go to work and it's not the thing that we enjoy doing, or it's not our hobby, or it's not what we're meant to do, things like that. So tapping into the source of who you are and creating that thing helps raise your vibration. So number 6 is my all-time favorite, and many of you may know if you've been watching my videos, is music. I adore music because, and it's specific music, so most of the time it's instrumental, because sometimes the words that go along with it can be, because I really believe, I'm a witch, I believe in words and how powerful they are. So a lot of the times it will be instrumental music, classical music, just cinematic music, different types of music, but without words. This raises my vibration so much. It's like the minute a good cinematic song is on, while I'm playing and I'm cleaning or something, I automatically go into, okay, I gotta do some like magic or spiritual work, or I just think all things spiritual, then I begin to get these downloads. So that's what happens when you are raising your frequencies. You are opening up that channel and you begin to get these downloads that may have been trying to get through otherwise when you were in your lower state of vibration, and it couldn't get through those messages. So when you raise your vibration doing some or all of these things, you are helping yourself connect to source and receive those messages, channel those messages. Those ideas begin to come, those questions that you have asked, the answers may begin to reveal themselves, because when you are, it's just like simple science. When you're in a lower state, it's harder to hear what's up here, right? So I just want to share with you some of the ways that I use to raise my vibration and help me channel and be connected to source. Because in everything we do, no matter what we do, if we are working in our lower state, things aren't as effective, right? So I hope this helps. If you have any questions about any of these things, or share some of the ways that you help raise your vibration to help navigate this matrix that we are living in, please do share. So until the next video, don't forget to like and subscribe. Until the next video, I love you all, and into the shadows.